The century-old Swiss company Holcim is one of the most prominent representatives of the building industry market in the world, with concrete plants, gravel pits and other factory concerns in more than 70 countries. The factory in Helyőcsebe was founded in 1890. In the past 100 years, Holcim Limited has undergone a gradual extension process. The initially used simple stack furnace system has now been replaced by computer-driven and controlled automated machines. In addition to continuous development, the company have always put an emphasis on observing the safety standards. The main value for the company is the man. Therefore, it is a critical issue for the company to evolve safe and healthy working environment and culture for its employees, contractors and visitors. The rock material necessary for cement and burnt lime production is taken from the Tapolca limestone quarry near Miskolc. The monumental stone crushers, pre- and finish grinders keep grinding the exploded 1 cubic meter sized rocks. Limestone, clay, iron and tons of other excipients are processed day by day. Fine powder, the basic raw material for cement production, is processed in a roll mill with production capacity of 200 tons lime clay per hour. In a raw mill like that, a mass of 25 lorries of raw material is processed per hour, manufacturing 185 tons of fine powder. The equipment weighs more than 50 lorries, 380 tons. In the Lábatlan plant, the traditional wet grinding technology is used for fine grinding. The kiln silt is stored in a pool of approximately 2,500 square meters. Next, it is delivered to the silt cylinder by means of centrifugal pumps and then to the rotating kiln to produce clinker. Inside the kiln, the fine powder is transformed into a pellet-like material called clinker under the influence of chemical reactions and the centrifugal force at 1400 degrees. In addition to clinker, an important additive of cement production is the hardening stabilizer gypsum, as well as stress, dross and fly ash, which are needed in manufacturing cement of different quality. The finished cement product is delivered from the cement mills to the silos and shipped to users from the packer mills by road or rail transport in tank cars in bulk form or as standardized cargo in blocks. The Helyőpapi gravel pit. The gravel necessary for concrete production is extracted from the lake by river dredges. This bed, consisting of 8 floating units, can carry 200 tons of gravel per hour to the shore. Here, 2 sorter devices with a capacity of 100 tons per hour separate the extracted gravel according to size by high-capacity barges to prepare them for road transport. Those who enter the territory of the mine meet signs and warning notes just as in factories at the entrance and next to the devices all around the area to make sure of keeping safety regulations. As mining activity in the gravel pit is done on the surface of the water or in the vicinity of the water, wearing a life jacket in addition to the standard protective devices is compulsory on the floating craft and machines. After being tipped into the pit, the incoming pebble and other additives are delivered into the storage cells on a conveyor belt controlled from the controlling room. The cement is stored in metal silos from which it is fed to produce the proper quality concrete on the customer's request. Transportation, storage and use of raw materials and delivery of the end product to the users is a part of a purposeful system. The wet slick storage chamber is an important part of the plant with a function of storing concrete washed out of the incoming mixers or unused before recycling. Occupational health and safety is an integral part of Holcim's business policy. Their aim is to preserve the employees' health at work, be it in the cement factory, the mine, the gravel pit or the concrete plant. In order to prevent accidents, it is necessary to keep the safety precautions and rules related to the working procedures. Visitors to the factory are reminded of these rules by signs, notices, brochures and leaflets right after entering the area. There are 5 main rules for the employees, contractors and visitors to observe in order to increase safety at work. Breaking them involves grave sanctions. The 5 Holcim cardinal rules. Do not override or interfere with any safety provision, nor allow anyone else to override or interfere with them. Personal protective equipment rules applicable to a given task must be adhered to at all times. Isolation and lockout procedures must always be followed. No person may work if under the influence of alcohol or drugs. All injuries and incidents must be reported. Wearing a helmet, safety goggles and protective shoes is compulsory for the workers and contractors on the area of the factory, the premises and the gravel pit, as well as to be provided with hearing protection. Keeping the safety standards and rules in the factory area is compulsory for each participant in traffic and transport vehicle. The visitors, the passers-by, and the drivers alike are strictly regulated by traffic signs and boards to prevent incidents on the site. Keep up the rules for pedestrians and vehicles and watch the signposts. If you are on foot, use exclusively the appointed green route. If you are driving a vehicle, pay attention on the walkers on the shared route. Keep the speed limit and follow the instructions of the signs. Holcim's occupational safety and health guidelines are set to guarantee that employees are protected against incidents and diseases. The aim is to achieve zero harm, it is prevent work-related injuries and catastrophic events. However, Holcim regulations define that occupational incidents in the plant must be reported immediately and in case of emergency, appropriate action and communicable information are determined distinctly by Holcim. Emergency conduct information. Guarantee your own safety. Do not panic. In safe circumstances, call the authorized personnel in the factory who will take further safety measures. On Miskolc side, any phone line 24444, mobile phone 444. On Lábatlan side, any phone line 14444, mobile phone 444. The emergency numbers shown in the presented scene can be found on the protective helmet worn compulsorily by the workers and visitors to the factory. There is a standard emergency number for the factories all over the country. The safety standards are applied not only to the cement factories but all Holcim cement concrete plants, stone clay and gravel pits as well. The workers are obliged to undergo safety trainings before starting work at the company. Beyond the compulsory knowledge of general safety standards required by law, the employees are informed about safe working methods and special conditions and requirements at Holcim, as well as their own job responsibilities. It should be known that workers are allowed to stay exclusively in the appointed areas of the plant and can just do the job they are put in charge of. In addition to this, the employees The contractors and the visitors are supposed to act according to a general behavior code composed by Holcim. The visitors are due to follow the instructions of their attendant, authorized by Holcim in all circumstances. Smoking is allowed just on the appointed area. The aim is that after finishing the working hours safely, the employees return home in as good health as they appeared in the workplace.